Alrighty. Texts.
All right, Lightning Larry writes, real estate taxes and fees is set to rise so high that people are getting evicted and priced out of their rentals. Home apartments should have a registry to have renters take on roommates so there won't be as many senior homeless.
Well, we predicted this. And we had, I think, a couple of people from city council on saying it doesn't need to happen. It won't happen. They instituted policies raising fees on landlords and just, like mom and pops who own rentals. Well, they got to pay the bank, man.
Hey, man, you're answering your own question, Richard.
Okay, California Karl, tell me.
You just said they're raising them on landlords.
Right.
Thank you. You made my point.
What is your point?
They're raising them on landlords.
So
these are people who can afford land. This isn't the people renting. They're different people. They can't afford it. Why are they raising their rent?
Well, because the city council decided in their wisdom that they were going to raise the amount of money it costs to be able to have an investment property or a rental. And then the people who own these still have to pay the water and the sewer, and they have to pay the mortgage to the bank. And if they don't, then they lose their investment, they lose their property. So they have to charge more in rent to make up for the additional fees and such that are being created by city council.
Okay, this is where you're losing me, because city council helps me. I know, because they're all Democrats and I voted for them. I vote straight D. And they're the people that help me. Thank you.
Okay, so there you go. And you'll be continuing.
But why are they raising my rent?
Don't get angry with me.
Is it me?
Is it me? But why are they raising my... I don't understand.
God.
That's when the people who own the properties have to pay more.
Those jerks.
Yes, they have to pay more money. That means the people who are renting from them have to pay more money.
Maybe they could pay more money to subsidize my rent.
How about...
Thank you.
How about...
Problem solved.
All right. How about the owners of the properties just say we can't make a profit and they abandon the property?
But they own them free and clear already.
No, they don't.
Why do you think during COVID, when people couldn't work, they weren't allowed to charge rent?
Yes, because the Center for Disease Control instituted that unconstitutionally, and it was illegal for them to do that.
And they didn't have any bills in their lives because they already own them. They're landlords.
I see. They're lords of the land.
Yes,
yeah,
Lord help me explain this to you.
So you don't think that any of them actually have mortgages and bills?
No.
I see. So because they're lords of the land.
God, they call them home owners.
Right. Right. So
Not home buyers. Duh.
well, they're actually.
My God, does it take a ton of bricks to fall on your head?
Back to
One more brick to make that 2,000 pounds.
They actually are home buyers as well, and they have mortgages to pay, and the bank will foreclose.
This is where we lose you.
And the banks will foreclose, and then the house will be empty, and then you'll have to leave your rental because the city decided that they're going to charge too much in fees.
Good, then the city can own it, and they'll subsidize it.
Actually, what's
For
happening
artists.
is the city's trying to get rid of a few thousand of these abandoned
They
properties.
could fix them up, and I could live there.
Yes, but then you'd have to pay
They
rent.
could create jobs fixing them up when those people would pay taxes.
And who's
then
going?
your taxes would come down that you always complain about, you and all your Republican friends.
And then, so who's going to have the mortgage on these when the banks loan the money to buy the property?
Exactly.
Exactly. And then, of course, somebody invests like Randy and I invest. We buy a property and we get a mortgage on it. And then the city says you have to pay more in fees. We have to raise your rent. And then we go bankrupt and it's the whole cycle
Randy
continues.
can go live in one of his giant old cars. They're
Yeah.
bigger than a house.
Don't get angry with me.
Text messages 302-529-1017.